issues of the day is not only affecting our nation, but the future of our children. Education needs to be dealt with in a manner where we'll be able to pass the nation to our children and know the country will be in good hands. Right now, there needs to be some changes. You can see it. I can see it. Holmes and Trinchero can see it. Now we just need to fix the problems. To do this, the New America Party and I believe that we must stop using federal tax dollars to fund private school education. The money that is being pulled into the private system is taking away the funding from public education. This means that there will be larger classes, less money for summer school, and teacher training. What we are trying to do is better the country, not destroy it. I think we can all agree that something needs to be done about the less than adequate schools and teachers. The only way to fix them is by money, and when we're supplying the money to private schools, we have nothing to give to the poor ones. So if we can't provide experienced teachers and a good school system for children, what kind of education are they receiving? I have 5 children of my own, and I only want the best for them, and I can guess that all of you do too. In order to do that, we have to stop funding private schools. Yes, we'll be taking away money from private schools, but we're subsidizing a few in order to help the vast majority of Americans who have public educations. Now, some say that you can simply let your children go to a private school if you want a better education. This might seem like a good idea, but in reality, only the wealthy students will have that privilege. We cannot afford to leave the needy behind. What we're trying to do is make a good education available to all children, not just the ones with money in their pockets. By doing this, our future and our children's future can be ensured, since the majority of Americans will have knowledge that is not available before the new plan. There are also some issues with private schools that most people aren't aware of. Private schools can choose who is enrolled in their facility. What checks and balances are there in place that would keep schools from choosing the wealthy over the need-based child? So the wealthy student automatically receives the better quality education while the other is left in the dust? That's not what New America stands for. According to the U.S. Department of Education, there are fewer special education services in private schools than there are in public ones. So putting tax money in private schools not only limits the less fortunate, but also the handicapped. For the sake of all Americans, we must stop using federal tax dollars to fund private school education. It's as simple as that. The New America Party and I believe that class sizes should be reduced to improve standardized test scores. Like I said before, the only way to reduce class sizes is to put more money into public schools by not funding private school education. In 1985, Tennessee's Project STAR compared class sizes and student performances on standardized tests. Project STAR included 79 schools, more than 300 classrooms, and 7,000 students, with students being followed through 4 years of experience in the given class size. The evidence from student testing in STAR showed that students in smaller classes outperformed the students in larger classes. In 1990, Tennessee took Project STAR to the new level and created Project Challenge by taking 16 of the state's poorest school districts and applying smaller classes. The second grade reading achievement ranking before the class reduction was 99. After 3 years of reducing the class size, the ranking dropped to 78. Tennessee's scientific projects prove that smaller classes not only work, but they will better the outcome of America. My husband and I strongly believe in family values. We want to see our children grow up and thrive off everything America has to offer. I want your kids to do the same. If we place the 10 Commandments in the classroom, it will help children who have drifted from the principles that not only parents and families teach, but America as well. They have lessons that every child can follow. For instance, you shall not steal. Hopefully, by instilling this mindset in students at a young age, they'll be able to move on the right track and not stray over the wrong path of life. On this note, I believe that prayer should be allowed in schools. The First Amendment gives us the right to freedom of religion. It doesn't matter whether you're Christian, Catholic, Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, or Jewish. You should be granted the freedom of prayer in any part of America. The last issue of education that it may be the most important to our children's future is improving poor-performing schools. This is America's biggest downfall when it comes to education. We don't have money to fund the poor-performing schools, to improve standards like minimizing class size and allowing summer school, and finally hiring more qualified teachers and providing training to the ones that need more experience. All of this can be done by utilizing your tax money that's being given to private school education. By doing this, we are able to place those funds in the hands of public schools, thereby ensuring students have the best education America can offer. By voting Tanner Holmes and the New America Party, this will be possible. 5 years from now, we'll still be climbing up the ladder to success. 10 years from now, I hope to look back at America and know that we finally made it. 30 years from now, we'll be watching as our children take over and complete what we've started. When you fill out your ballots, think not only of the future of our country, but the future of your son or daughter. In the end, this election is more about them than it is about us. Vote New America and receive a better education. Thank you and God bless.